8:05. You're watching GH1 TV. We are continuing on our theme of security, and for a while now, the nomadic herdsmen have been in the news. They are accusing the military and police of killing their cattle, and people in the communities where their cattle pass through are also accusing them of destroying their farmlands and attacking the natives of the area. We do now have with us, joining us, a leading member of the community of Fulanis in Ghana, and they have decided to send a petition to the United Nations to press their case forward to that particular organization. Let's find out exactly what the details of this petition are, and I'm pleased to invite to join me for this conversation Professor Osman Barry, who is a leading member of the community of Fulani in Ghana. Good morning, Professor Barry.
Good morning to you, sir.
And a happy new year to you.
Same to you.
So I am looking at your press, the press release from the press conference that you organized last week, organized by the Sudu Baba Association of Ghana. Exactly what does the Sudu Baba mean? What is it? What kind of organization is this?
Well, Sudu Baba, it means fraternity. Yeah, that is father's home.
Okay.
It means every Fulani belongs to the the tree that has a link up there to the one ancestor.
Okay, so the Sudu Baba organization...
So it means we are claiming to be from the same source.
Okay, is this an international organization or is it just restricted to Ghana?
Well, it is, for that one here is in Ghana because Sudu Baba Association of Ghana. But we have a similar thing in different countries with different names.
Okay.
We have the Tabital Pulaku, we have the Meyeti Allah, and we have Andal Pulaku. All these things are actually Fulani organization, association worldwide. But in Ghana here, the one we are relying on more is the Sudu Baba Association of Ghana.
Okay, let me just go straight to the point. Why exactly are you taking your case to the United Nations?
Well, it's clear because we've stated it categorically in our press release that, well, Fulanis they have been subjected to persecutions, discrimination, humiliation, dehumanization, and up to the point where there was a ground and air strike against their animals and their people. Their houses have been burnt. Over 70 huts and mud houses were just razed to the ground, and we've lost within the space of 4 months over 50 people. And now that the airstrike and the ground raid by the state has caused them over 2,000 cattle, herds of cattle. So these are all these things. We have been going through traumatic conditions in this country. So many things we've been experiencing. Even simple passport. You go to passport office, somebody will just go say, well, this man is a Fulani man, and then they will say, well, they want to turn down your application. So if you go to hospital, they don't understand you're a Fulani man, they discriminate against you. You go to school, and so, well, it's these things are unnumbered. So all what we are saying, let us now face the issue drastically and get a lasting solution.
Okay.
Fulanis has been in this country for over 350 years in this country, and they have established settlement. They have contributed immensely to the economic development of this country. We said that they established area known today as Kaulin. It is their language. It's Kaule, not Kaulin. It has been corrupted during the course of time to read Kaulin. But as a matter of fact, its original name is Kaule, number of ranches. If you come to Tudu, means hill. It's the Hausa Fulani language. So if you come to Adabraka, it's originally Albarka. It's a Fulani language, means a blessing. If you come to Nima, abundance, it's a language, Fulani language. If you come to Ruga here, that is near Kanda, Yes, they established that settlement.
All right, Prof. Barry.
There's
Thank
another
you.
Osheyi here.
Thank you. Thank you for the history of behind these names. But I want to interrogate some of the claims you've made. You claim that the military and police forces conducted airstrikes on your people. What exactly do you mean? What do you mean by an airstrike?
Airstrike because there are helicopters flying over, chasing the cattle in disarray in the area. We've seen it on television. Everybody saw that. And then there was a the forces, combined police and military. So they were in their bulletproof gadget and what have you, and they were having arms. It was clear. It is being seen in the media. Nobody can argue about that.
And
we've seen it.
You've also made claims that 2,000 heads of cattle have been killed, and who
has been killed? Yes.
Who do you blame for the killing of these cattle?
Well, those who carried out the operation, the so-called Operation Cowleg, they claim that they are going to flood these people forcefully in the area, and they did it. So, but definitely, when you are flushing out herds of cattle, you are chasing them, you are killing them. You are not only doing this, no, you are killing them, pushing, and then so many corpses of them were seen lying over places. And some of those even cows were taken for consumption in so many homes, and even they were being sold in the market. So this is a clear thing. Everybody in Ghana here have seen that one.
And what did the...
So there's nothing we can argue about this.
And what did the forces say about the killing of the cattle? What was their justification?
The forces?
Yes, the people who you claim killed your cattle, what did they say was their justification?
Why
did they do
I don't know, because I just followed it up in the news, and I saw it. They say what the operation, it's a joint operation between the military and the police. And they call it Operation Cowleg. I don't know who organized it. I don't know who is behind it. But I saw the result on the ground.
You also claim in your press conference that over 7,000 of the huts and mud houses have been set ablaze in different parts of the country. How did you come up with this number of 7,000 homes that have been burnt down?
Well, we know them. We counted them. There are people. Our people are living in those houses. And then we count the number, we count them one by one, how many families were affected. And each family will tell us how many huts they have in the area. And we counted them, and how many mud houses were there. And we counted them. So we have their record with us. And the people who are living in those places were pushed to disarray.
Professor
and
Barry,
we counted them.
How do you
know it?
How do you know who are the people behind these attacks? Who do you blame?
Well, I'm blaming the people the culprits who carry out that atrocity.
Who are they?
I'm at the defending end. I'm defending myself with my people. So now, if you say that, who am I blaming? Well, I'm blaming the system, because the system now have to come to protect us. All those instances that I'm citing, well, they are owned by the state apparatus. So if there's anything at all, it is me to appeal to the states to come to rescue my people and myself. And this is all what we have been doing.
And have you appealed to the state? Have you appealed to the state, Professor Barry?
Definitely. You can see the language of the press release that we read during the press conference. We addressed a copy to the head of state, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. And we have addressed it to the majority leader in parliament, we addressed it to the minority leader in parliament, and we have addressed it to the Security Council of the state. So we have addressed so many quarters in the country.
Is this the first time you've made such an appeal to the state to come to your aid?
Well, it's not the first time. We've been doing this thing. This thing goes back to how many? It's about 15 years now. And there was a time, even during the time of Professor Atta Mills, we made a submission and we sent to the castle. And even during the time of Kufuor, we did the same thing. So we sent it. We sent during the time of John Mahama. We sent a petition to the Inspector General of Police.
So this has
and give copies to the head of state.
This has become a regular ritual. Is this the first time you are appealing to the United Nations to come to your help?
Well, there was a time that I remember that they appealed to the verbally to the United Nations to accede to intimidate with the authorities so that at least our pleas and our grievances will be addressed.
Did they help you?
Well, I think sometimes we feel that there was some development or improvement. The situation was calm for some time. The situation was calm for some time, and all of a sudden again, it resurfaced.
So what is going to be different about this time? You're appealing again to the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Guterres. What do you expect Mr. Guterres to do for you?
Well, the Secretariat, all what we are saying is a word of advice. If there's any consultation at all that will happen with our heads of the state and what have you now, perhaps the more attention now will be paid to the issues, because this one are really traumatic situations where people are going. A group of people have been discriminated against on account of their ethnicity and on account of their tribe. And this is what we are saying is not fair.
Professor Barry, so your community cannot be entirely innocent of some of the claims that are being made by people in the communities where the cattle pass through. They talk about destruction to property, to crops. They talk about attacks on the people, the defenseless people. Surely your people cannot be entirely innocent of some of these claims,
well,
can they?
We are not exonerating an individual, or we are not holding breath for anybody. All what we are saying, Ghana is a country. Ghana has a legal system, and Ghana is under the jurisdiction of law, rule of law. So if there's anything at all that can happen, let us deal through legal process. So legitimate method, so that we know that justice is being maintained and justice prevails in whichever situation we have ourselves. If on our side we find that there are some people who are found to be faulters or found to be culprit, and we don't hold a breath for anybody. Let the law deal with such a person, bring him to court, let him answer the accusations or the charges put against him, so that the law actually will pass a verdict or even a ruling or convict him for whichever claim he's claimed to have been committed. So all what we are saying now, let the law take its own natural course.
I'm looking at your statement.
Don't allow some people or group of people to take the law into their own hands. What went on there last 2 weeks now is not under any constitution, Ghana or non-Ghana.
Do you think that the crackdown is a result as a result of the deaths of 2 military personnel allegedly at the hands of some of your community members?
You mean the crackdown, the operation, you mean?
Yes, indeed.
Exactly. Because it was during that period now we tell the people that they should take things calm, and they just to try to be mindful about their own lives, the safety of themselves and their families, so that, well, if at the end of the day, we ask them now to tell us now, what are the estimated costs that all the families involved have occurred?
I've seen figures of 6 million CDs for maybe as the value of the number of cows that have been, 2,000 cows have been killed, and you've estimated it at 6 million CDs, so averagely 4,000 CDs per cow. Who are you expecting to compensate you?
Well, whoever feels that is responsible. We are living in a civilized society. Nobody will say that we carried out operation and we don't know who authorized that operation, and we don't know who are the people who carried that operation. It cannot be conceived. We know definitely some people will know that they have carried the operation. The operation is conspicuous. People know it. So now, if nobody will come and say, no, I'm not aware. No. It's never done. Okay, so we are in a civilized society where the news media, everything has been covered to details. And those people who carry the operation, they are known. They have their own leadership. So now the hierarchy is there. So let us now put the whole thing in a proper perspective. Who authorized this thing? So if it's somebody who did this thing now, he did it deliberately, fine. Is he been covered by any constitutional stipulation, or he did it on his own? And all these things is a matter of, is a subject of a study and investigation.
Okay, just to correct that, the number of cattle killed is 1,500, not 2,000, and the estimated value is 6
No. We started by saying
6 million.
1,500 at the time that we are delivering that press relief. So now after that, now that some people say, well, it could even raise to 2,000.
You mean between Friday and now, 500 heads of cattle have been killed? Is that what you're saying? Prof. Barry, can you hear me? I think we've lost the connection to Professor Barry. But Professor Osman Barry, we'll try and get him back. He is a leader of the Fulani community here in Ghana, and they have decided to write a petition, petitioning the head of state and copying also the Secretary General of the United Nations. They believe that they are being discriminated against on the basis of their ethnicity, and their livelihoods are under threat. He's mentioned a couple of numbers here. So between 50 of their citizens have been killed over a period of time. 1,500 heads of cattle as at last Friday, the 19th of January, valued at 6 million cedis, and they believe that people are from the surrounding communities are exploiting the chaotic situation to cause damage. Professor Barry, glad to have you back. Professor Barry, can you hear me?
Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to have you back. Sorry for the glitch. So for now, you've sent your petition to. Have you gotten any word that your petition has been received by the president?
Well, I'm understanding the president is out of the country. And so definitely, I don't know when he comes back, he may address the issue, but I'm not aware whether he has come back or not.
Who received the petition?
Well, we are just submitting it to the office of the president.
Okay. And if you don't get any response from the president, what do you do next?
Well, that one is a matter of advising of ourselves, because it will be for another subsequent development. But as of now, I've not decided. In case we fail to receive any redress from the head of state, what will be the next course of our action? I cannot tell that one, because I have the full confidence and trust that the head of state will not sleep over this issue.
Yeah, but when you say you're going to advise yourself, what does that mean?
No, I say then we advise ourselves, we assess the situation, and we see what other alternative available means that we may have at our disposal, so that we pursue the issue.
Let's explore possible solutions to this business of the cattle infringing on what people believe are their properties. What is the best solution to minimize friction between the nomadic herdsmen from your community and the settler communities through whose property the cattle pass through? What is the solution to this issue?
Well, the solution to this thing, as we've been saying in the past, that there must be, in the first place, a laid-down policy for animal husbandry and livestock exercise in this country. We don't have laid-down policies concerning husbandry and the cattle management, either in group or individual. We don't have them in this. So we are thinking properly. That is, it would be advisable that it is high time that Ghana as a country has a laid-down policy concerning animal husbandry and livestock. That's one point. Number two, we start by trying to conduct feasibility studies in the areas on the proposals which are sent to the hearing of the authorities. That we were thinking, when we have zoning system where areas will be demarcated purposely for the grazing practices of the nomadic life, I think that will also help in the process. And the fodder system also is there. So there are so many other options. All what we are saying now, first and foremost, let us be mindful that those issues are really prominent issues that needs our attention, and therefore we have to sit on it and try to get proactive solutions and lasting solutions amicable, which all the feuding parties will be satisfied and accept. So all what we are saying now, let us start somewhere.
Professor Barry, these are beautiful medium to long-term plans, but immediately and in the short term, how do you prevent your cattle from straying into other people's property, destroying their crops?
Well, even the area where they are now, it's not only in Agogo that people are rearing cattle. All over the country we have them. Why particularly in Agogo? So if the Agogo now is the hot point of all these skirmishes and conflict and everything, the root cause must be sought for. And then if we have immediate root cause of all these places, of what is happening in this particular place, Agogo, always on the news. So let us go to the root cause of this thing now. Have a lasting solution to the community, both on the side of the Fulanis and the farmers, so that if there's a room that of having some sort of a dialogue, each side will advance its claim and proposals. Let us listen to them, and so that we know that, we are now taking serious steps to satisfy all the feuding parties in the area and in the community.
Alhaji Nagode, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to you for giving me this opportunity. Right in my house. You are welcome.
Thank you very much. And that's how we do it here at GH Today. Take you straight to the house of Alhaji Professor Osman Barry, who is the head of the Fulani community. We're talking about the issue of nomadic herdsmen and how to deal with issues sustainably once and for all. My name is Kafui Day. This is GH Today. Comments on 0246-020-580. We've got sports, entertainment, and a lot more coming. But before that, this is a video from Romain Virgo taking you home. Enjoy.